Well, good evening, friends, and merry fifth day of Christmas. I'm so glad to be on this devotional journey through the 12 days of Christmas with you. And if you haven't yet started that journey, you can start right now. Go to littlehills.church/devotional and download the free devotional guide. You can always read the days that have already occurred after Epiphany. Just jump right in where we are. We're going through the fruit of the Spirit, and today we arrive on the subject of kindness. As we look through Scripture, a lot of times we think of kindness as something to do with the Son, that Jesus shows kindness, and that the Father, kindness isn't quite as much what we're thinking about with him. And yet, what do we see throughout Scripture? God's kindness over and over again. As John Calvin said, God condescends to prattle baby talk to us. He doesn't just talk to us at the level of God. We couldn't understand it. Our brains would explode. We'd tremble in fear and get nothing out of it. But instead, God comes into our world. He speaks our language. Then we can know what he has for us, what he's calling us to do and to be. And so it is, he also calls his people throughout Scripture, in the Old Testament and New Testament, to be people of kindness. For example, in the very familiar verse, Micah 6:8, we read these words: "He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God?" We think about those words and we focus on maybe the justice aspect. And yes, God cares about justice. He wants us to stand with those who are facing injustice. He also cares about humility, the third part. Jesus came into the world as a humble servant. How can we, as those who profess him, who want to be known as Christians, those who follow Christ, be less than humble? But right in the middle is that aspect of kindness, that calling to show kindness to other people. When we think about the goodness of our God, who does come into this world to speak to us, who throughout all eternity could do whatever he wanted, and yet he takes the time to care for and to show his love to us, then we should be people known as a people of kindness. Maybe in the comments you'd like to leave a thought as you think about this calling and what we talk about in the devotional today, and that need to be a people of kindness. How can we show kindness to people in 2024? What's the way that we, as God's people, can contribute to the understanding of those around us? That the church, the people of God, are a people of kindness. That's the kind of people we are. Let it be our prayer, and as we think about the new year coming up, that's how we're known, and that's who we are. Just a reminder, as a side note, we do on New Year's Eve, that's coming up really quickly here, have a prayer vigil that will be looping online starting at 11 p.m. Central Time. It's going to pick up on a Christmas stream, which you can watch right now. It has Christmas scenes and music and so on. I hope you'll check that out on our website. It's a great way to enjoy a little bit of Christmas week. But right before the new year, we'll have a time of prayer, and we'll have some wonderful little devotional thoughts from people in the church, thinking about how we set up to be the people of God in the new year, including a people of kindness. Hope you have a wonderful and merry fifth day of Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.